Wood is shaking completely under the back. No looking back, no changing the heavy track. Frequencies running right through the spine, mixing your heavy breathing entirely with mine. Feeling the buzz deep in the heavy floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Bass is literally rattling the heavy glass, watching all the midnight hours completely pass. It's not just a sound, it's the heavy feel, making the whole situation incredibly real. Tremors are traveling right up the heavy leg, leaving you nothing to do but beautifully beg. Sending the body right to the heavy hum, making the rest of the entire body numb. Feel the resonance completely deep in the bone, standing right here in the heavy zone. Vibrations traveling entirely under the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Trembling slightly from the heavy sound. Heaviest frequency to be absolutely found. Shaking the room from the inside out, eradicating every single heavy doubt. Bass is vibrating the glass in a heavy frame, playing our favorite little quiet game. Absorbing the shock, absorbing the heavy heat, making the quiet night totally complete. No turning down the heavy dark bass line, everything looking completely utterly divine. Chest is completely vibrating with the tone, standing right here in the heavy zone. It's not just a sound, it's the heavy feel, making the whole situation incredibly real. Tremors are traveling right up the heavy leg, leaving you nothing to do but beautifully beg. Sending the body right to the heavy hum, making the rest of the entire body numb. Standing right here in the heavy zone, vibrations traveling entirely under the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Trembling slightly from the heavy sound, heaviest frequency to be absolutely found. Shaking the room from the inside out, eradicating every single heavy doubt. Turning it up just a fraction of a notch, playing the heavy game right on the watch. Let the heavy subwoofer do all the work, finding exactly where the secrets lurk. Vibration is acting like a heavy drug, swept everything completely under the rug. Feel it in the teeth, feel it in the jaw, breaking every single heavy physical law. Feel the resonance completely deep in the bone, standing right here in the heavy zone. Vibrations traveling entirely under the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Trembling slightly from the heavy sound, heaviest frequency to be absolutely found. Feel the resonance. Deep in the bone, heavy vibration, the heavy shine. Planet is spinning, we are standing completely still, taking our time, taking the absolute thrill. Nothing exists past the heavy bedroom door, laying right here on the wooden floor. Tomorrow is a concept, yesterday is gone, keeping it going completely till dawn. Outside traffic doesn't make a sound, heaviest frequency to be found. Erase the map, burn down the clock, turning the key inside the heavy lock. We ain't got anywhere to be tonight, taking the total control of the night. Universe shrinks down to this single room, drowning completely in sweet perfume. Nowhere else that we ever need to be, deepest water in the heavy sea. Trapped in the bubble, safe and secure. I am the poison and I am the cure. Forget the address, forget the name, playing our favorite little quiet game. Let the world burn completely down outside. We got absolutely nothing to hide. happen inside of the head. Breathing the same, moving as one, knowing that the evening just begun. Base is an anchor, keeping us tight, on in the middle of the heavy night. Oblivious to the passing of the day, watching the rest of the planet away. Erase the map, burn down the clock, turning the key inside the heavy lock. We ain't got anywhere to be tonight, taking the total control of the night. Universe shrinks down to this single room, drowning completely in sweet perfume. Nowhere else that we ever need to be. Deepest water in the heavy sea. Trapped in a bubble, safe and secure. I am the poison and I am the cure. Forget the address, forget the name, playing our favorite little quiet game. Let the world burn completely down outside. We got absolutely nothing to hide. Cancel the plans, clear out the slate, accepting the absolute beautiful fate. I don't care what happens past the glass, watching all the midnight hours pass. Just keep the rhythm exactly right here, telling you everything you wanna hear. This is the center of the entire earth, testing the absolute limit of worth. Nowhere else that we ever need to be. Deepest water in the heavy sea. Trapped in a bubble, safe and secure. I am the poison and I am the cure. Forget the address, forget the name, playing our favorite little quiet game. Nowhere else to go, just you and me. Let the world burn outside. We're staying right here.
Windows locked, pulling down the heavy blind, leaving every single drop of the air behind. Room is shrinking, walls are entirely closing in, living right inside of the absolute heavy sin. Breathing getting incredibly shallow, air is getting thick, falling completely for the heavy magic trick. Oxygen is dropping down to a critical low, taking it beautifully, incredibly slow. Vacuum sealing the entire space tonight, taking the absolute total control of the flight. Lungs are working completely overtime, making every movement a beautiful crime, inhaling exactly what you just exhaled. Every single attempt to escape has failed. Airtight space, sealing up the heavy crack. No looking forward and no looking back. Temperature rising, burning up the wooden floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Sweat is falling down, dripping right off the chin. This is exactly where the quiet games begin. Trapped in the heat, trapped in the heavy breath, loving you completely to the absolute death. No ventilation, keeping in the heavy heat, matching up the rhythm of the heavy beat. Suffocating slowly in the absolute sweetest way, making you wanna permanently stay. Chest is moving up, chest is moving heavy down. Quietest corner in the whole damn town. Glass is completely fogged up from the inside, got absolutely nowhere left to hide. Vacuum sealing the entire space tonight, taking the absolute total control of the flight. Lungs are working completely overtime, making every movement a beautiful crime, inhaling exactly what you just exhaled. Every single attempt to escape has failed. Airtight space, sealing up the heavy crack. No looking forward and no looking back. Temperature rising, burning up the wooden floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Sweat off the chin. This is exactly where the quiet games begin. Trapped in the heat, trapped in the heavy breath, loving you completely to the absolute death. Burn up the remaining oxygen in the room, drowning completely in the heavy perfume. Nothing getting out and nothing getting in, standing exactly where the heavy games begin. Pressure is popping right inside of here, telling you everything you wanna hear. Keep it completely airtight, keep it sealed. Everything absolute is beautiful, ever revealed. Airtight space, sealing up the heavy crack. No looking forward and no looking back. Temperature rising, burning up the wooden floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Sweat is falling down, dripping right off the chin. This is exactly where the quiet games begin. Now, tight, breathing heavy.
Never gonna stop, completely never gonna end. Nothing to fix and entirely nothing to mend. Caught in the cycle, completely running your back. Staying entirely right on the heavy track. Started from the top, absolutely play it all again. Washing it all like the heavy midnight rain. No beginning and absolutely no heavy end. Messages that we are completely ready to send. Erase the ending, completely blur the start. Lighting a massive fire right in the heart. Infinite time entirely locked in the room. Drowning completely in my sweet perfume. Circle is completely unbroken and tight, taking the total control of the night. Stuck in the loop, completely trapped in the room. Drowning completely in the sweet perfume. No way out and absolutely nowhere to go. Taking it incredibly, beautifully slow. Rewind the heavy tape, let the heavy bass drop. Once we get it going, we are never gonna stop. Perpetual motion entirely in the dark, waiting completely for the quiet spark. Forget the absolute time, throw away the clock, turning the key entirely inside the heavy lock. Repeating the motion, completely keeping the groove. Watching entirely every way you wanna move. Endless night, completely playing on repeat. Standing in the middle of the absolute heat. We have been here entirely forever now, wiping the heavy sweat entirely off the brow. Erase the ending, completely blur the start. Lighting a massive fire right in the heart. Infinite time entirely locked in the room. Drowning completely in the sweet perfume. Circle is completely unbroken and tight, taking the total control of the night. Stuck in the loop, completely trapped in the room. Drowning completely in the sweet perfume. No way out and absolutely nowhere to go. Taking it incredibly, beautifully slow. Rewind the heavy tape, let the heavy bass drop. Once we get it going, we are never gonna stop. Perpetual motion entirely in the dark, waiting completely for the quiet spot. Snake eating its tail over and over again, washing it all like the heavy midnight rain. Locking it exactly forever right here, telling you everything you entirely wanna hear. Reset the heavy counter back to the one, knowing that the evening just completely begun. Don't break the cycle, let it entirely flow, taking you exactly where you wanna go. Trapped in the loop, completely trapped in the room. Drowning completely, no way out and absolutely nowhere to go. Taking it incredibly, beautifully slow. Rewind the heavy tape, let the heavy bass drop. Once we let it go, we are never gonna stop. Keep
but entirely in the loop, running it completely back, off the grid again.
Shutting completely down the eye, shutting down the mind, leaving every single logical thought behind. Only thing left is the absolute heavy touch. Never too little and never too much. Nerves are entirely sensitive right now, wiping the heavy sweat right off of the brow. Hearing the blood completely rushing in the ear, telling you everything you wanna hear. Hyper-focused on the absolute physical frame, playing our favorite little quiet game, magnifying every single drop of the sweat, making a night we will never forget. Dialing up the absolute sensitivity high, looking right into the dark of the eye. Sensory overload, taking a total control. Deepest water in the heavy, dark soul. Listening to the heartbeat, completely listening to the bass. Finding a heaven right in a quiet place. Every single nerve in it entirely on fire. Feeding the quiet, beautiful desire. Too much to handle but entirely not enough. Calling exactly the absolute heavy blood. Blind in the dark, but completely seeing it clear. Telling you exactly everything you wanna hear. Feeling the absolute shift in the heavy air. Finding the magic absolutely everywhere. Skin is reading exactly what you completely mean. Stepping right into the gorgeous heavy scene. Vibrations are telling the absolute truth. Standing completely inside the heavy booth. Hyper-focused on the absolute physical frame, playing our favorite little quiet game, magnifying every single drop of the sweat, making a night we will never forget. Dialing up the absolute sensitivity high, looking right into the dark of the eye. Sensory overload, taking a total control. Deepest water in the heavy, dark soul. Listening to the heartbeat, completely listening to the bass. Finding a heaven right in a quiet place. Every single nerve in it entirely on fire. Feeding the quiet, beautiful desire. Too much to handle but entirely not enough. Call it exactly the absolute heavy blood. Strip away the logic, strip away the sight. Taking the absolute total control of the night. Raw nerve endings exposed to the heavy air. Finding the absolute magic everywhere. Overwhelming completely every single sense. Strain away every single heavy defense. Just entirely feel, entirely touching the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Sensory overload, taking the total control. Deepest water in the heavy, dark soul. Listening to the heartbeat, completely listening to the bass. Finding the heaven right in a quiet place. Every single nerve and entirely on fire. Feeding the quiet, beautiful desire. Sensory overload. Elevating extremely right off of the bare skin. This is exactly where the heavy games begin. Tracing the high fever right across the back, staying completely right on the heavy track. Burning up the sheets, melting down the absolute ice, paying the absolute ultimate price. Room is completely dark but the body's glow, taking you exactly where you wanna go. Thermostat is broken entirely off the scale, going completely off of the heavy trail. Kinetic energy entirely in a touch, never too little and never too much. Sweat is evaporating right into the air, finding the absolute magic everywhere. Thermal energy taking up the entire room, drowning completely in sweet perfume. Degrees going up entirely, ignoring the dial, putting the absolute truth completely on trial. Feeling the warmth spreading entirely through the vein, driving me absolutely beautifully insane. Infrared vision, seeing nothing but the red. Everything happening entirely on a bed. No need for a fire, no need for a heavy spark, glowing entirely inside of the pitch dark. Friction is doing exactly what it completely should, making you feel incredibly dangerously good. Keep the bodies close, completely trapped the heavy heat, making the quiet night totally complete. Boiling point is getting completely close, giving you the absolute maximum dose. Thermostat is broken entirely off the scale, going completely off of the heavy trail. Pure kinetic energy entirely in a touch, never too little and never too much. Sweat is evaporating right into the air, finding the absolute magic everywhere. Thermal energy taking up the entire room, drowning completely in sweet perfume. Degrees going up entirely, ignoring the dial, putting the absolute truth completely on trial. Feeling the warmth spreading entirely through the vein, driving me absolutely beautifully insane. Infrared vision, seeing nothing but the red. Everything happening entirely on the bed. Feeling the heat, signature through the heavy dark, waiting for the absolute quiet spark, melting entirely down to the heavy core, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Conduction happening entirely skin to skin. This is exactly where the heavy games begin. We are a furnace running completely hot, keeping it absolutely on the exact spot. Thermal energy taking up the entire room, drowning completely in sweet perfume. Degrees going up entirely, ignoring the dial, putting the absolute truth completely on trial. Feeling the warmth spreading entirely through the vein. Thermal heat, burning up, infrared. Sinking to the bottom, past the heavy line, mixing your heavy breathing entirely with mine. Pressure on the eardrum, pressure on the chest, putting the absolute truth to the heavy test. Moving through the water, incredibly slow, taking you exactly where you want to go. Everything is muted, everything's completely blurred, speaking the truth without saying a single word. Weight of the ocean pressing completely down, quietest corner in the heavy dark town. No light from the surface reaching us here, telling you everything you wanna hear. Hold a breath, hold the absolute pose, giving you the absolute maximum dose of submerged in a feeling, drowning completely in the deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. No surface in sight, staying right at the base, owning every inch of this private space. Holding the breath, holding entirely on to you. No, knowing exactly what we're going to do. No, fluid and heavy, sinking like a stone. Standing right here in the heavy zone. Current is pulling us deeply down to the bed. Everything happening right side of the head. Set it out the world, muted at the outside sounds. Heaviest frequency to be completely found. Fluid and slow, taking all of the heavy time, making every movement a beautiful crime. Drifting along the absolute heavy floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Weight of the ocean pressing completely down. Quietest corner in the heavy dark town. No light from the surface reaching us here, telling you everything you wanna hear. Hold the breath, hold the absolute pose, giving you the absolute maximum dose of submerged in the feeling, drowning completely in the deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. No surface in sight, staying right at the base. Owning every inch of this private space. Holding the breath, holding entirely on to you. No, no, exactly what we're going to do. No, fluid and heavy, sinking like a stone. Standing right here in the heavy zone. Don't fight the bends, let the pressure take hold. Doing exactly what we are, beautifully told, yeah. Deep sea diving right inside of the room. Drowning completely in the heavy perfume. Let the water rush in, fill up the lungs. Tasting the heavy soul right on the tongues. We are never coming up for air again. Washing it all like the midnight rain. Submerged in the feeling, drowning completely in the deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. No surface in sight, staying right at the base. Owning every inch of this private space. Holding the breath, holding entirely on to you. Oh, knowing exactly what we're to do. Oh, floating heavy, sinking like a stone. Oh, standing right here in the heavy zone. Submerged, deep water, hold the breath. Submerged, deep water, hold the breath. Clock on a heavy wall, completely stopped. Every single defense is completely dropped. Floating around in the dark and heavy space. Finding the heaven in a quiet place. No taking sound, no passing heavy hour. Standing in the middle of the quiet power. Gravity lost the absolute grip on the room. Drowning completely in the sweet perfume. We are hanging exactly right in the middle. Finding the absolute magic everywhere. Don't look down and don't look up. Drinking the heavy magic right out of the cup. Nothing is moving, everything is entirely still. Taking our time, taking the absolute thrill. Suspended completely in the middle of time. Making every movement a beautiful crime. No forward, no back, we're just right here. Telling you everything you wanna hear. Hanging right over the absolute heavy edge. Making a quiet and beautiful pledge. Caught in the middle of the heavy freeze. Bringing the defenses down to their knees. with this cup completely right in the throat. Catching the magic on every heavy note. Nowhere to fall, nowhere to actually land. Everything happening exactly as planned. Losing the track of the day and the heavy night. Taking the absolute total control of the flight. Floating right over the heavy wooden floor. Leaving you begging and wanting for more. We are hanging exactly right in the middle. Finding the absolute magic everywhere. Don't look down and don't look up. Drinking the heavy magic right out of the cup. Nothing is moving, everything is entirely still. Taking our time, taking the absolute thrill. Suspending completely in the middle of time. Making every movement a beautiful crime. No forward, no backward, just right here. Telling you everything you wanna hear. Hanging right over the absolute heavy edge. Making it quiet and beautiful pledge. Caught in the middle of the heavy freeze. Bringing the defenses down to the knee. Hold that heavy pose, don't break the spell. Everything going completely, incredibly well. Time is a construct we don't need today. Watching the rest of the planet away. Stay in the air, stay in a heavy flow. Listening completely to the heavy single note. We are outside of the heavy universe now. Wiping a heavy sweat off of the brow. Suspending completely in the middle of time. Making every movement a beautiful crime. No forward, no backward, just right here. Telling you everything you wanna hear. Hanging right over the absolute heavy edge. Making a quiet and beautiful pledge. Suspended. Close the heavy eyes, block out the room. Drown it completely in the sweet perfume. Sight is completely taken away right now. Wiping the heavy sweat off of the brow. Can't see a thing, relying entirely on feel. Making the whole heavy situation so real. Darkness is acting like a heavy blindfold. Doing exactly what we are beautifully told. Cut the visual, let the physical take over. Looking completely for the four-leaf clover. Nerves are doing all of the heavy work tonight. Taking the absolute, total control of the flight. Don't need a single way out of the heavy light. Everything feeling so completely right. Moving entirely in the pitch blind. Leaving every logical thought completely behind. Relying strictly on the heavy fingertip. Taking a heavy and beautiful trip. Everything hiding, everything completely deep secrets that the two of us are gonna keep. Navigating the dark without any heavy trace. Owning every inch of this private space. Navigating the curve, finding the exact spot. Keeping it absolutely incredibly hot. Hands are doing all the talking for me. Deepest water in the dark and heavy. See no visual cues. Trusting a heavy touch. Never too little and never too much. Feeling a heavy vibration across the floor. Leaving you begging and wanting for more. The visual, let the physical take over. Looking completely for the four-leaf clover. Nerves are doing all of the heavy work tonight. Taking the absolute, total control of the flight. Don't need a single or red of the heavy light. Everything feeling so completely right. Moving entirely in a pitch blind, leaving every logical thought completely behind. Relying strictly on a heavy fingertip, taking a heavy and beautiful trip. Everything hiding, everything completely deep. Secrets that the two of us are gonna keep. Navigating the dark without any heavy trace, owning every inch of this private space. Trace the jawline, trace the heavy neck, put in the absolute truth, completely in check. I know the way without opening my eyes, cutting right through the beautiful disguises. Feeling a heavy pulse right under the thumb, making the rest of the entire body numb. Keep it pitch black, keep it completely sealed. Everything absolute is beautifully revealed. Moving entirely in a pitch blind, moving entirely in a pitch blind, leaving every logical thought completely behind. Relying strictly on a heavy fingertip, taking a heavy and beautiful trip. Everything hiding, everything completely deep. Secrets that the two of us are gonna keep. Pitch black, fingertip, pitch black.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, 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 yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Wrist to the wrist, feeling the heavy thump. Every single time that the heavy bass bumping, sensing the breathing, matching the slow pace, owning every inch of this private space. Blood is pumping incredibly slow and deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep, tracing the vein right down to the hand. Everything happening exactly as planned. Listen to the heavy drum inside of the chest, putting the absolute truth to the physical test. Count it all out, 1, 2, 3, and 4, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Drop the rhythm down to a steady crawl, watching the heavy, beautiful night fall. Pulse rate dropping to a steady low, taking you exactly where you wanna go. Keep it right there, hold the heavy line. Everything looking completely, utterly fine. Rhythms are locking, beating exactly as one. Knowing that the evening just begun. Heartbeat matching the kick on a heavy beat. Standing in the middle of the absolute heat. Drum in the chest, echoing completely louder. Standing alone, far from the noisy crowd. Skin is burning and heavy fever is high. Looking right into the dark of the eye. No rushing forward, holding it entirely back. Staying right on the heavy and quiet track. Vital signs are telling the absolute truth. Standing right inside the heavy blue. Listen to the heavy drum inside of the chest, putting the absolute truth to the physical test. Count it all out, 1, 2, 3, and 4, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Drop the rhythm down to a steady crawl, watching the heavy, beautiful night fall. Pulse rate dropping to a steady low, taking you exactly where you wanna go. Keep it right there, hold a heavy line. Everything looking completely, utterly fine. Rhythms are locking, beating exactly as one. Knowing that the evening just begun. Heartbeat matching the kick on the heavy beat. Standing in the middle of the absolute heat. Slow it down even more, catch the breath. Loving you completely to the absolute depth. Thump echoing right through the wood, making you feel incredibly dangerously good. Don't let it race, keep it completely tame. Playing our favorite little quiet dream come. Just a kick, drum, and a heady vein. Watching it all like the midnight rain. Oh, pulse rate dropping to a steady low, taking you exactly where you wanna go. Keep it right there, hold the heavy line. Everything looking completely, utterly fine. Rhythms are locked and we know exactly what's going. Knowing that the evening just begun. Yeah, just a pulse, just a steady low, taking you exactly where you are. Just a pulse, just a steady low, taking you exactly where you are. Hey, hey,
Air is thick, pushing down on the heavy chest, putting all the stamina to their absolute test. Sinking right down in the middle of the bed, everything playing inside of the head. No room to breathe, no room to fake, feeling the heavy and beautiful lake. Atmosphere is pressing down on the skin. This is exactly where the quiet games begin. Forces pulling us closer to the ground. Quietest corner in the whole downtown. Losing the battle to every drive. Once we get it going, we are never gonna stop. Hold the breath, let the pressure build, leaving every single empty space filled. Feel the weight pulling us to the floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Gravity acting like a heavy chain, driving me absolutely beautifully insane. Don't try to move, don't try to fight, on in the middle of every night. Let the heavy bass hold us completely down. Heaviest frequency in the whole damn town. Pressure is building, locking the heavy knee. Deepest water in the dark and heavy sea. Friction is holding everything perfectly still, taking our time, taking absolute thrill. Base is a blanket, heavy and totally warm, standing right inside the eye of the storm. Crushing the lungs, taking the air away, making you wanna permanently stay. Forces pulling us closer to the ground. Quietest corner in the whole damn town. Losing the battle to every drive. Once we get it going, we are never gonna stop. Hold the breath, let the pressure build, leaving every single empty space filled. Feel the weight pulling us to the floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Gravity acting like a heavy chain, driving me absolutely beautifully insane. Don't try to move, don't try to fight, on in the middle of every night. Let the heavy bass hold us completely down. Heaviest frequency in the whole damn town. Sinking deeper, deeper into the frame, playing our favorite little quiet game. No resistance, letting the heavy wave crash, turning the entire outside world to air. Hold it right there, let the gravity pull, keeping the absolute heavy glass full. We are anchored right at the bottom now, wiping the heavy sweat off of the brow. Feel the weight pulling us to the floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Gravity acting like a heavy chain, driving me absolutely beautifully insane. Don't try to move, don't try to fight, on in the middle of every night. Feel the weight, heavy gravity pulling us down. Heavy gravity pulling us down. stick, heavier than lead. Everything playing right inside of the head. Electricity jumping off the bare skin. This is a moment, the magic begins. Tension is high, pulling on a heavy string. Listening to the quiet song you sing. Ash is heavy, ready to snap. Caught right inside of the beautiful trap. Oh, feel the buzz right under the touch. Never too little and never too much. Current is running completely deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Hair standing up on the back of the neck. Putting the absolute truth in check. Static in the room, heavy and dense. Stripping away every single defense. Friction is building up a heavy charge. Living in the moment, living so large. Sparks are flying unseen in the night. Taking the absolute total flight. Energy shifting right over the bed. Everything happened inside of the head. Oh, energy shifting right over the bed. Everything happened inside of the head. No physical contact, just feeling the heat. Hey, making the quiet night totally complete. Hovering an inch right over the frame. Playing our favorite little quiet game. Magnetic pull, drawing us close. Giving you the absolute maximum dose. Breathing is catching right in the throat. Catching the magic on every note. Feel the buzz right under the touch. Never too little and never too much. Current is running completely deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Hair standing up on the back of the neck. Putting the absolute truth in check. Static in the room, heavy and dense. Stripping away every single defense. Friction is building up a heavy charge. Living in the moment, living so large. Sparks are flying unseen in the night. Taking the absolute total flight. Energy shifting right over the bed. Everything happened inside of the head. Oh, energy shifting right over the bed. Everything happened inside of the head. Yeah, charge it, I let the power surge. Standing completely right on the verge. Conducting the heat from the chest to the floor. Leaving you begging and wanting for more. Invisible wire connecting the two. Knowing exactly what we're gonna do. Don't break the circuit, let it run wild. Treating the danger incredibly mild. Static in the room, heavy and dense. Stripping away every single defense. Friction is building up a heavy charge. Living in the moment, living so large. Sparks are flying unseen in the night. Taking the absolute total flight. Ooh, feel the static. Heavy charge. Don't break the circuit. Lights are cut, room is pitch black. Laying right down, flat on a heavy back. Eyes adjusting to the absolute dark. Waiting for the quiet little spark. Can't see a thing, just feeling the shape. No looking back and there is no escape. Vision is completely useless tonight. Relying entirely on the physical right. Hands are doing all of the heavy work. Finding exactly where the secrets lurk. Fingertips reading the heavy breath. Going completely off of the trail. Don't need a light bulb to see the truth. Standing right inside the heavy pool. Just the outline, tracing in the blind. Leaving every logical thought behind. Touching the curve, learning the map. Caught right inside of the beautiful trap. Heavy in the chest, breathing getting slow. Taking you exactly where you wanna go. Mapping out the body without any sight. Taking the total control of the night. Skin is the only compass in the room. Drowning completely in the heavy perfume. Moving by the feel, moving by the touch. Never too little and never too much. Bass a rumble deep in the floor, leaving you begging and wanting for more. Learning the geography of the best skin. This is exactly where the games begin. So doing all of the heavy work, finding exactly where the secrets lurk. Fingertips reading in a heavy breath, going completely off of the trail. Don't need a light bulb to see the truth. Standing right inside the heavy pool. Just the outline, tracing in the blind, leaving every logical thought behind. Touching the curve, learning the map. Caught right inside of the beautiful trap. Heavy in the chest, breathing getting slow. Taking you exactly where you wanna go. Mapping out the battle without any sight. Taking the total control of the night. Draw the line right down the spine. Everything feeling completely divine. I can see you clearly with my eyes shut, going entirely based on a gut. Navigate the dark without any fear, telling you everything you wanna hear. Keep the lights soft, keep the curtains drawn, playing the music completely till dawn. Just the outline, tracing in the blind, leaving every logical thought behind. Touching the curve, learning the map. Caught right inside of the beautiful trap. Heavy in the chest, breathing getting slow. Taking you exactly where you wanna go. Just the outline, just the outline, just the outline, just the outline. Screen goes black, signal fading out completely. Handling the situation so discreetly. 0 bars on the heavy telephone, putting us completely in the absolute zone. We don't need a tower, we don't need a wire. Building up a massive quiet fire. Satellites completely losing our trace, disappearing right into the empty space. Unplug the router, disconnect the line, mixing your heavy breathing right with mine. Artificial light is completely dead. Everything happening inside of the bed. No digital footprint left to track. No looking forward and no looking back. No reception, cut in the heavy cord. Nothing to see on the digital board. Static on the line, nothing coming through. Focusing entirely on me and you. Dropping the connection to the outside place. Owning every inch of this private space. Completely untraceable in the heavy dark. Waiting for the quiet little spark. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Pulse is the only rhythm that we need. Taking the time, planting a heavy seed. Friction is building, heat is on the rise. Looking right into the dark of the eyes. No digital sound, no artificial glow. Taking it incredibly beautifully slow. Living in the moment, off of the map. Caught right inside of the beautiful trap. Unplug the router, disconnect the line. Mixing your heavy breathing right with mine. Artificial light is completely dead. Everything happening inside of the bed. No digital footprint left to track. No looking forward and no looking back. No reception, cut in a heavy cord. Nothing to see on the digital board. Static on the line, nothing coming through. Focusing entirely on me and you. Dropping the connection to the outside place. Owning every inch of this private space. Completely untraceable in the heavy dark. Waiting for the quiet little spark. If they try to find us, they are gonna fail. outside world is knocking on the heavy wood. Staying right here like we know we shouldn't. Let them wonder what we're doing right now. Wiping the heavy sweat off of the brow. City is loud but the room is completely dead. Everything playing right inside our head. We ain't answering a single heavy call. Let the notifications hit the blank wall. Keep it breathing steady, keep it breathing deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Friction is building, keeping the pace, owning every inch. This private space, locked from the inside, keeping it deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Heavy on the base, heavy on the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Nobody gets to cross the heavy line, taking the absolute sweetest time. Zero interference, zero outside noise. Playing around with the heavy toys, yeah. Walls are thick, shutting out the street. Nothing in the room but the heavy heat. Tracing the spine, feeling every single bone. Standing in the middle of the heavy zone. Nothing but the rhythm and a steady breath. Loving you completely to the absolute death. Don't need an audience, don't need a crowd. Saying everything without speaking loud. We ain't answering a single heavy call. Let the notifications hit the blank wall. Keep the breathing steady, keep the breathing deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Friction is building, keeping the pace, owning every inch. This private space, locked from the inside, keeping it deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Heavy on the base, heavy on the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Nobody gets to cross the heavy line, taking the absolute sweetest time. Zero interference, zero outside noise. Playing around with the heavy toys, oh. Let them knock it till the knuckles bleed. We got absolutely everything we need. Let them ring the phone until the battery die. Looking right into the dark of the eye. Lockers turn heavy, the bolt is thrown. Making sure that we completely alone. Hold a position, don't make a sound. Heaviest frequency to be found. Loud from the inside, keeping it deep. Promises that we are desperate to keep. Heavy on the base, heavy on the skin. This is exactly where the games begin. Nobody gets across the heavy line, taking the absolute sweetest time. Whoa. Live from the inside. Nobody getting in. Whoa. Just a heavy bass, throwing away the key.
Four walls acting like a heavy shield. Nothing but the absolute truth revealed. City is a ghost town, miles below. Taking it incredibly, beautifully slow. Disconnect the wires, pull the plug. Swept everything right under the rug. Beautiful isolation, just you and me. Deepest water in the heavy sea. Locking it down, throwing the key. Exactly where we are supposed to be. No interference, no static sound. The heaviest frequency to be found. Tracing the lines, taking the tour. Begging the silence to give us some more. Nothing to prove, nothing to fake. Feeling the heavy and beautiful lake. Matching the rhythm, matching the beat. Standing in the middle of the absolute heat. Beautiful isolation, just you and me. Deepest water in the heavy sea. Locking it down, throwing the key. Exactly where we are supposed to be. No interference, no static sound. The heaviest frequency. to be found. vision is clear. Nothing but the two of us, standing near, blurring the edges of the room, drowning in the heavy, sweet perfume. Zero distractions, keeping it tight, alone in the middle of the heavy night. No looking back, no looking away, making you wanna permanently stay. Tuning the entire universe out, eradicating every single doubt. Counting the drops, counting the pace, finding the heaven in a quiet place. Spaces a rumble deep in the chest, putting the absolute truth to the test. Gravity pulling us into the bed, everything happened inside of the head. Zero distractions, keeping it tight, alone in the middle of the heavy night. No looking back, no looking away, making you wanna permanently stay. Tuning the entire universe out, eradicating every single doubt. Left a sign hanging on the outside. Got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. World is spinning but we stay still, taking our time, taking the thrill. Nothing is urgent, nothing is late, changing the entire physical state. Do not disturb, let the record spin. This is exactly where we begin. Heavy on the bass, light on the sound, laying it all right on the ground. Nobody knocks and nobody calls, just the heavy bass inside these walls. Oh, oh. Leave it on the side, going on a very slow, heavy ride, skin to skin, in the absolute dark, waiting for the quiet little spark. Friction is building, keeping the pace, owning every inch of this private space. Do not disturb, let the record spin. This is exactly where we begin. Heavy on the bass, light on the sound, laying it all right on the ground. Nobody knocks and nobody calls, just the heavy bass inside these walls. Ooh.
conversation. Cut the line, everything you say already mine. Speaking with the hands, speaking with the breath. Scared of the death, scared to death. Don't need a sentence to understand exactly what is happening as planned. Put a whole room in a silent mode, walking down a very heavy, quiet road. Don't need a word, don't need a voice, making the absolute only choice. Silent mode, keeping it strictly physical, making every single movement critical. Feeling the pulse underneath the wrist, every single thing that we ever missed. Caught in the loop, caught in the snare, breathing in the heavy heated air. Looking in the eyes, seeing it all, waiting for the heavy drop to fall. Put a whole room in a silent mode, walking down a very heavy, quiet road. Don't need a word, don't need a voice, making the absolute only choice. Silent mode, keeping it strictly physical, making every single movement critical. Phone face down on the nightstand, ain't nobody else in the wasteland. Curtains pulled tight, blocking out the street. Nothing in the room but the heavy heat. Air's getting thick, breathing getting slow. Nowhere else that we ever need to go. We are going off the grid tonight, killing every single source of light. Let the bass shake the wooden floor, turn the lock on the heavy bedroom door. Off the grid, completely out of reach, practicing exactly what we preach. Time doesn't matter in this private space, running my hands all over the place. No notifications, no sudden sound, keeping our feet right on the ground. Just a slow kick and the heavy chest, putting all the outside noise to rest.